Who's ready for Ask Tony episode 2? Let's go! Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel. This is Future Tony just jumping in, okay? I originally planned to do this video, Ask Tony episode 2, and I've been asked 18 questions, okay? Where I have filmed up to, I'm looking here, question number 11. Then I stopped because I had a job interview, and so then I realised I was talking for over 45 minutes or something like that. So that's a little bit too long a video. So what I'm going to have to do is get the first 11 questions done, uploaded today, and I'll have to do the other questions maybe tomorrow or later on in the week. I really do apologise. Thank you everyone that's asked me questions, but hope you enjoy the video. Let's go! Hey YouTube, welcome to the channel, or welcome back to the channel, Bambinos. Hope you're having a good week. I'm going to attempt to do, first of all, thank you very much everyone that sent in their questions for episode 2 of Ask Tony. I've got a total of 18 questions, so thank you. I really appreciate it, guys. And I was thinking, I planned to film it on Sunday. It's Tuesday today. And then I've got it all written down. I am organised. So I've got questions 1 to 18, okay? And I thought, right, okay, I'll sit down and I'll get the camera on. And I've got a job interview tonight, so I don't know how I'm going to get there. My motorbike should be fine. I paid a fortune for it, I should say. So my mother can't take me. Anyway, that's first world problem. So I'll keeping an eye on the time. So I might have to cut it short and do it in a couple of parts, if you know what I mean. So, it's a bit of random ramblings. So hopefully I got some good news coming. Well, getting an interview is half the job, and this one's in a gym, and it's a really good gym, and you get free membership. Apparently the membership is around about £100 a month. It's just a posh, it's got a swimming pool, it's got all the shit, and you get free membership. So pray for Tony. This could be a good sign. I did say, since I had my Street Fighter 4 poster, things were going to be on the up and up, so stay positive. But I've just had a shower and it looks like I got to have a shave now. I'll have to have another shower. Anyway, can't be clean enough, can you? Right, getting back to Ask Tony episode 2, okay? One of the questions, though, I'm not going to be able to answer. It's the best question I've been asked. I know we're only episode 2 in, but it's such a good question. I'm going to answer it in a video. I want to do a video on it. It's that good a question, okay? And it's one of the questions Retro Red Steve asked me. So shout out Retro Red Steve. And the question is, if you could make a fighting game and put any 10 fighting game characters in there, which 10 would you pick? Oh, what an amazing question. So I've got a rough idea. I haven't written anything down. But I thought, what I'll do a proper video answering that question. So I'm not ignoring the question. Steve, or Retro Red Steve, has asked a couple of other bangers as well. But that one just stood out. I thought, you know what, that's a really good question, that is. I'll answer it in another video. Okay? So, go to question number 1 then. Pazaman90. Do you have any platinum trophies on your PlayStation account? No, nowhere near. I've never really been a trophy hunter. The closest I've got to a platinum is GTA 5. I think I'm around the 77 or 80% on that. And fighting games, this Melty Blood type Lumina, either 60 to 70% on that. That's the only game. I love that game. It's my favourite game of the year of 2021, or the year it came out. That blew me away. That it's even better. If very different genre, but it's even better than Ghost of Tsushima, in my opinion. I love Melty Blood type Lumina. And I think I got 65%. I think around about there. Okay, Pazman90, another question. What other gaming YouTube channels do you watch? That's a good question as well. So, if you ask me in 6 months, I might say something totally different, right? But my favourite YouTube channel, I've mentioned it a few times, okay? And it's a gaming channel, is Great Men Taking Over the World. Shout out Ren, I believe he's subscribed to the channel. It's definitely recommend this channel. It's a group of friends, and they've been going for quite a while. It's not because they're growing up now, but like the first video, I think the first ever video, was a Street Fighter video, and they all talk about the history and like how they got into the franchise and stuff like that. I'm not sure how many are in the Great Men. It's mainly Ren. I believe it's Ren's channel. He's the one that normally he's keeping the channel going, because they're not youngsters anymore. They've all got jobs, families, I don't know. But there's a lot of episodes on there. Really good content, okay? The other one is SNK Neo Geo Man, okay? Now, SNK Neo Geo Man doesn't upload anymore. I'm talking like 9 years ago was probably his last upload. It's not a massive channel, but as you can probably tell by the channel name, he's a big collector of SNK and Neo Geo games, okay? He's got an original Neo Geo, but it's my intro. Hey YouTube, that's what I just literally, it's not I'm stealing it, it's like an homage, is that the word? To SNK and Neo Geo Man, okay? And that is the channel that gave me the confidence to start my YouTube channel. If you didn't know, we're coming up to my 1 year anniversary. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it's 1 year on the 26th of March. Funnily enough, I was unemployed then. I was between jobs. I had another job lined up, but I was waiting for the start date, basically. And I was bored, and I thought, let's just turn the camera on and start the YouTube channel. It's something I wanted to do for a long time. But my content used to be, just like SNK Neo Geo Man, well, that's what I was aiming for, was you don't get to see him. You never do with him. I don't know his name. And it's just basically him holding his phone or camera, and he does pickups, but it's like on his bed. He's showing, like he's throwing the games down. I picked up this. It's really good videos he does. It was to be in the PlayStation 3 and the Xbox 360 era of gaming. So that's the kind of games he was picking up, other than the original, the big cartridges, Neo Geo, okay? So another one I recommend. If I can, I'll tag these channels in the video, okay? So another one I've recently discovered is Samantha Azeria, another American YouTuber. She's relatively new as well, and she's recently moved to a different state, or she's moved house basically, and she's got loads of really good ideas for your games room, and she did a games room tour. But like my games room, it's changing, it's evolving. Like if you can notice in the background, I got a new Billy bookcase. It's made a hell of a difference to my games room, okay? And I don't think a games room's ever complete, because you're always collecting, it's always growing. Like at the moment, I got my fight sticks on all 5 or 6 of them. Yeah, 6 of them. I don't know mine. But eventually that'll be full of games, probably. Well, that's the plan anyway. Okay, yeah, so that's Samantha Azeria. Summoning Salt, and that's a big YouTube channel, that is. I believe he's got over 1 million subscribers. Doesn't post a lot of videos. All his videos are really high quality content, and it's about the history of speedrunning. Something that's always fascinated me, but it's I don't know, I want to get into it, but then I enjoy, he does the videos basically, like I think his most recent one was the history of speedrunning Super Mario Bros 3, and it starts off with 1 or 2 videos, and it just shows the level and like how the times come down. It might take, I don't know, hour and a half, and then eventually it goes down to under an hour kind of thing. It's incredible the dedication it must take these speedrunners, and I really appreciate that, because like I'm like a variety gamer. Fighting games is my main genre, if anyone asked me. But like at the moment, I'm playing Fallout 4. I've got further than I've ever got in Fallout 4. But then like I might put like a dragon on. I've always got a different game or a couple of different consoles on the go. But if you want to be a world record speedrunner, you've got to play that game all the time. And I just think, sorry. So just turn on. My telly's about to fucking turn off. Well, it looks like it anyway. Who knows? That's Summoning Salt. Linda the Gamer Gal, one of my newer YouTube channels I've recently discovered. Really good YouTube. It's another American YouTuber. She does... Well, I got the idea of, do you know my game challenge? Or £100 game challenge. She gave me the idea. She does $100 game challenge. So she does really good videos of that. And she does really good arcade tours as well. Or she goes to... They're miles ahead of us when it comes to arcades. It's like going back in time. Their arcades now that she visits are like our arcades from the 90s. Do you know what I mean? What have I got here? Sorry, I think I've written this one down. Retro Red Steve. I just written Retro Steve. I know that's wrong. Yeah, Retro Red Steve's another Welsh YouTuber. Another one I'm kind of new to the party with. I think he's been doing videos for years by the looks of it. Normally got one of them on in the background and I'm doing some housework. You know, I really appreciate your videos. And actually, Retro Red Steve's asked some good questions. Well, that question about my all-time top 10 fighting game characters, or what would I put into a fighting game, he asked that question. And he's a fellow Master System buddy as well, okay? Joe Gaming Girly, another one I've been following, subscribed about 3-4 months ago now, probably. Relatively new YouTuber as well. I think she's around about the same time as mine, but around about a year. Yeah, really good. She's more into her Resident Evil games. No, I can't. I did play the demo of Resident Evil 4, of the new one. It's not for me, but I really enjoyed the demo. I'll talk about demos in another video, but I enjoyed the demo of Resident Evil 2. Sorry, I feel like I'm about to sneeze. Excuse me. Sorry. Yeah, so Joe Game Girly, she does... she's a fellow Brit YouTuber, and she does pickups videos as well. Different to mine though. She's got footage of like in CX as well, so she's goes the extra mile. She's out filming where I like to tell a story. From what I can remember, she's actually there videoing it, so you feel like you're out with her kind of thing. I really like that style of video. And Cooper's World, so KOOPAS World. That's Steve as well, and he hasn't posted a video for a while, but nice relaxing videos. Got into his videos. He does pickups videos. He's got a good, looks like in the background you can see he collects more Nintendo, I suppose. He's got a good Nintendo Wii collection. And I'll never forget, Steve, when you give me a shout out when I had something like 15 subscribers. He messaged me on my Instagram and basically said I do a thing every Sunday, almost Sundays, where I shout out a new YouTube channel, and he almost doubled my, after that one video, you doubled my YouTubers, my YouTube subscribers straight away. So it was definitely that video. So I really appreciated that, Steve. So go check out Cooper's World. And I got one here. I used to like, I like Metal Jesus, Radical Reggie, John Riggs. But I used to subscribe to John Hancock. Have you seen his collection? Love him or hate him, his collection is fantastic. And his games room, I think it's in his garage. He's done a very good job, but it's stacked. Do you know what I mean? You wouldn't fit all his games in. I've got quite a big well, medium-sized games room. This is nowhere near big enough. He's got boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff, you know. So the reason I unsubscribed to him, he was doing a video, I think he might have been live or doing a Q&A kind of video similar to this, I suppose. And someone asked him, do you think there's too many YouTube channels? So as a YouTuber, you'd like to think you got respect for other YouTubers. He just said, yeah, there's way too many YouTube channels out there. And I thought, well, delete yours then. He's like, it's alright for him to have a YouTube. He's one of those entitled influencers, you know. Yes, he's got over 100,000 subscribers. But I was like, that stayed with me and I couldn't hit that unsubscribe. That was me gone. I thought, you dickhead. I've done similar ones before, but I've unsubscribed to. But he's the gamer one. I really still enjoy watching his videos. But you're not bigger than the rest of us. You might be a bigger channel than us, but you've got no more right to have a YouTube channel than anyone else, you know. The more the merrier is what I would say if someone asked me that. I'm always finding new YouTube channels all the time. I don't care where in the world you're from. Keep on coming. The more the better is what I'd say on that one. Pazaman90, I haven't written an answer here. Favourite / best Funko Pop you own. Alright, yeah. So, my favourite... I've got 4 Funko Pops here, right? I'll do... Oh, 5, sorry. I'll do my first ever 2. I bought these at the same time. Now, I was really late to the party with these Funko Pops. I didn't get it. I didn't like the look of them. I hadn't seen these 2 at the time, though. It was just, they look stupid in these boxes with these big heads. I didn't get it at all, right? And when I remember commenting... One year we were at Swansea, as if, London Film and Comic Con in the summer, and I commented, I said, I don't get it, but it was almost every other stall, some stalls, all they were selling was Funko Pops, like stacked as high as you could see, jam-packed, and people are looking and getting excited, oh look, it's so-and-so, I'll buy that one, I'll buy that one. They were like £15, it's probably the average price to pay for them. But then fast forward a couple of years, I was out, when I was living in Cardiff, I was out on Black Friday. I really went out. I didn't have anything I particularly wanted to buy, but I just wanted to see if there's any fights. Don't know, I was bored, I had a day off, and like Black Friday, you see these videos of all people fighting and flooding the shops as soon as they open. I was just there thinking, I might go to Cardiff and see if there's any fights. I was just bored. It was walking distance from my flat, you know. So I went in. I was doing it. Then I called in a couple of shops, and I think these were both like £5 each, and they look cool in the box and stuff. I thought, yeah, I'll buy them, but that'll be it. I won't buy any more. Then I'm not a big collector on them, okay. But I've probably got about less than 15, I'd say. I have actually got no idea. Between 12 and 15, maybe 10, I don't know. Okay. Then I would pick them up as and when I see them, right? And then one day, when I was living, about a year or so later, when I was living in Merthyr, and this is me at probably my worst drinking, I'm 7 litres of Malibu a week, so every single night, at least a bottle of that. Then sometimes, I'll have a wine to wash the Malibu down. I was a hell of a mess. And then one day, I must have had the day off after, and I was having a lie-in, but you don't get, they're not really hangovers, but you just feel a little bit like dry throat and stuff, but it's not like a banging hangover when you've got an alcohol problem. Or I didn't anyway. Someone's knocking on the door, and I thought, who's knocking on the door? Nobody knows where. I didn't know many people up in Merthyr, because I went there for my career at the time, and it was Amazon. And I was like, fuck, I've ordered a load of stuff on Amazon. Like, I remember, good stuff though. I ordered a Street Fighter, I can't reach it now, and like a Street Fighter encyclopedia. I was like, I don't know, maybe I was trying to be sensible with my saving whilst having an alcohol problem. I thought I can't afford to get drunk and buy that. But so I must have been drunk and then on Amazon, right? And one of the things I bought, right? I bought loads of stuff. Films, posters, loads of stuff. Was this Funko Pop here. So this is Jack and I think BT. Very different looking. It is actually a Funko. Maybe if you just saw that, you wouldn't think that's a real Funko Pop, you know? But the head kind of gives away. So it's obviously smaller. But what's cool with this one is, yeah, this opens up, look. So it's off Titanfall, or Titanfall 2. An amazing game. It's really cheap as well. Go check it out if you haven't played it before. Yeah, so he can go in there as well like he does in the game. Yeah, so check that bad boy out. And I've actually seen it. One of the regular places we go game hunting has got one of these, or he had one of these, and it was like something like £80 plus. Yeah, I've still got the box, but I don't like to keep them in the box. I like to enjoy them outside the box, you know, and so he normally sits on my game. All these sit on my shelf in my games room. Yeah, so that was that one. I paid, I think, £18 for that. It was in a sale, and yeah, it's going for like £80 plus now, and it seems to be going up and up slowly, but it's not for sale. Another cool one is this one here. So, Mechagodzilla this is from the Kong vs Godzilla series. He's really cool. There's really good weight on him as well, trust me. It took me a while to find him. I might have actually ordered this one online. There was loads of Kongs. The Godzilla, I've got the one with the, you can just about see him. I think that's him there with the fire, like the fire breath, the fucking vapor stuff that comes out of his mouth. And sorry, my head's a bit thin because I'm conscious of the time because I got an interview to get ready for. So wish me luck. But my favourite Funko Pop, right, is Blanka. He was absolutely solid to find. Okay, now I did try to order him on Amazon, but it wasn't clear which one you get. Do you know the other alternative costume or colour of him? So if two of you went as Blanka in Street Fighter 2, one would be this colour, one would be the one with the bluey green hair. I really don't like that one. This is the one I wanted, okay? And I actually can't remember. I might have got it in Forbidden Planet in Swansea, you know. And there was one left, and I thought, oh, I gotta get that. And it was in sale as well. So yeah, he's my favourite as of right now, you know. So good question. Where were we? Pazamad90. What's your top 3 series to watch? Again, this can change on the daily, but as of today then, my favourite is High Score Girl. It's got to be number 1. I love it. It's on Netflix, and basically it's very nostalgic. If you were around about my generation, someone's asked me my age, I'll get to that. So if you grew up with the arcade scene in the 90s, this is for you. It's a Japanese anime, sort of based in Japan rather, where these kids, they're like in high school, like first or second year. I don't understand exactly how old they are, but one's obsessed with Street Fighter, and I accidentally stumbled across it. I was off sick from work a couple of years ago, and I must have hit the button by mistake, or it came on. I'd finished the series and that came on straight after. I was about to turn it off, and then it shows actual gameplay from Street Fighter 2, the arcade version, and I was like, hello, what's this? And I've been hooked ever since. I read the books and everything. Yeah, definitely recommend High Score Girl. Number 2 is One Punch Man. Most people have probably watched One Punch Man. That's big business now, isn't it? Season 1 is my favourite. Season 2 is definitely worth a watch. Again, this is on Netflix. And I think, as of right now, number 3 would be The Boys. That's on Amazon Prime, isn't it? I think it's a Prime exclusive or whatever. I think I'm just started, or a couple of weeks ago, started season 3. I haven't finished season 3, but that is brilliant. Hope that answers your question. Then we go to Damon Locke. Are any of your tattoos video game related? No, they're not, believe it or not. So that's why I'm wearing my t-shirt to answer that question. I've got one tattoo on my back. Again, showing my age. See, like this tattoo here is like tribal in the 90s. That was the cool thing to have. So I've got that one on my wrist. That one is... I had, for my 21st birthday, I had a bracelet, a gold bracelet off my mum and dad. And quite a thick one. Again, it's the 90s, okay? It's not really in fashion at the moment, or anymore. And we got into a fight. I was trying to break a fight up, basically, and it turned on me. And I ended up in hospital. I shattered my cheekbone. It was nasty, but they stole... I had a gold chain as well. Maybe I was a chav growing up. It sounds like I was anyway. They snapped my gold chain and that. It was the security working in Walkabout at the time. And so when I recovered, I had money off the insurance to buy another thing. So I didn't want another brace. I thought I'd never want to go through that again. So I had that tattooed on. That's why I've got that one. Then my first ever tattoo actually was this one here. It looks shit and faded because I've actually, believe it or not, it's had one of those laser treatments where you're going to get it removed, because I need to go another 2 or 3 times, I think. So when that's gone, then I'm going to have other tattoos, and they will be gaming tattoos. I'm probably going to get surprise, Street Fighter. I got to get a tattoo of King from King of Fighters. Maybe Samurai Showdown. I haven't gone into it enough because I haven't finished this side off yet, okay? So I will get tattoos. I wouldn't mind on my hand there. I was going to get... Do you remember the original Street Fighter 6 logo? I love that. I much prefer that one. It looks like an octagon with SF6 in it, basically. I thought that looked really cool there, so I might get that. And this side then, this was my old tattoo this year. That's my date of birth. And then this says, you probably can't read it because it's an old tattoo now, it's old like me. That's a quote off one of my favourite films of all time, off The Shawshank Redemption. If you haven't seen that's a masterpiece. And one of my favourite lines in that movie is, get busy living or get busy dying. So to me, that means do something with your life, do you know what I mean? Or don't do it. Like, doesn't want to waste away in prison. He's in prison for something he didn't do. And so he wants to... You don't realise he's busy working on his escape, isn't he? But you don't realise that. So spoiler until the end. I won't tell you how. It's so clever. And I believe that's Stephen King, isn't it? He's a genius, that guy. Yeah, so that was my favourite part of the film. So I wanted that tattooed there. The rest of my forearm is dedicated to my favourite sporting icon of all time, Valentino Rossi. Probably can't see. That's him on the NSR 500. The Honda NSR 500. I went live. I saw him live the year he was first time in the big class MotoGP champion. Then that says Valentino Rossi there. Sorry, it's probably not the best. And then obviously 46. He rides in number 46. And then you got the sun and the moon, which was on the side of his helmet. Loads of Valentino Rossi fans comment, "Oh, you're a Rossi fan, are you?" Yes, I guess strangers coming up to me. I love that tattoo, okay? Then up the top, it's not quite finished. Under there, I'm going to have a robin, because the top half is to do with my grandfather, okay? That's sadly passed away. So it's a clock. It's not, as you can see, it's not quite finished. So I'm going to have the numbers coloured in, and it's going to say 2:15. It's going to be the time, because that's the time my father passed away. He passed away peacefully in his bed in his own house. So he came home from hospital because he didn't want to die. He always wanted to die in his own house. So he came home to die. It's quite sad, but it's what he wanted, okay? And that was the time, because my mother was sitting at the bed watching and comforted him, you know? So, and the end of there is going to be a robin, because that's... the whole family believe, and it's a good luck. And I actually saw a robin yesterday, So that must normally good things happen when I see a Robin. So I'm getting ready for this interview later on today. The funny thing is with the interview, I sent the CV that's about nearly 10 years out of date. Thought, oh fuck, why have I done that now? But it's got me an interview. So pray for Tony. We can do this. We can do this. Next question. Good question though. The tattoo on back is similar style. I don't know if I said. Another one from Damon Locke. Did you ever own a Dreamcast? And then brackets, my fave console. If so, fave games. No, I didn't own one. I didn't actually own a Saturn, but now I recently, within the last 2 years, picked up a Saturn and I love it. And it's probably going to be my next console I pick up, okay? And I'm working on, within the next 2 weeks, picking it up. So, the games I'm looking for, or the short list of games I really like the look of, is Soul Calibur. Obviously, it's the first one. I need that game in my collection. Power Stone 1 and 2. Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and 2. That's considered the best version of that game. Dead or Alive 2. Again, considered the best version of that game. Street Fighter Alpha 3. And Mortal Kombat Gold. Let me know in the comments, what other games should I be looking at? I know it's Skies of Arcadia, but I got the GameCube version of that. But that'll be a good starting point. Shenmue, I've got the PS4 version of 1 and 2 of that. I really enjoyed Shenmue 1. Need to get back into that, actually. Next question, Damon Locke. Have you ever played Death Stranding? My favourite game of all time. No, I haven't. I'm going to play it. I really like the look of it. I shy away from all videos, walkthroughs and stuff like that. Some of the YouTubers I like that do live streams, if they're playing that, I don't want to know any of the story. I remember being intrigued by the screenshots and stuff. So I don't really know what it's about. I've heard people say, I don't think it's a spoiler, it's a futuristic delivery boy or something like that. I don't know. But yes, it's on my radar, and I think they've done a big DLC or the director's cut or something like that. But it was going down in price. Then it's gone back up. It's still probably less than £20. But I can't, because I'm really enjoying Fallout 4 at the moment. I've normally got one big game on the go. Then I got my other smaller fighting games or other things like Fallout 4. What am I playing now? PS3. I've got Resistance 3 on the go. I've got Bad Company 2 on the go. What did I play? What did I play on Friday? Oh, Capcom vs SNK 2. I've normally got a couple of games, but I've got one big game. So I don't think I want to play another big game until I finish Fallout 4. And there's no point in picking it up, because if it's going to sit on my shelf, it could be losing value. It could go down like by £5. £5 goes a long way in CEX, doesn't it? Does that answer your question? So, no, I haven't played it, but yes, I'm interested. And people like you are telling me it must be good if it's one of your favourite games of all time. Damon Locke. Are Max and Rossi related? Thanks for that question. I'm a big dog lover. No, they're not. Max is just over 4 years old. He's a rescue dog. We had him just over 4 years ago, and we had a dog growing up. We had him, he lived to be 17 years old. He was a border collie as well, and it was so upsetting when he was put down. He was ready for it though. His back legs had gone. He couldn't go to the toilet. He couldn't stand up, basically. You had to lift him up, because he's ancient for a dog, and it was really upsetting. So we never wanted to put ourselves through it again. But then with my mother going through the divorce, I was always saying, a dog, you'd be perfect if you had a dog. Let's get another dog. Because I was staying back there at the time, because I was saving for a deposit for my house. So like you do, isn't it? About 10 years too late, mind. But I got a house eventually. So I thought, get one now while I'm here to help you. So we were looking in the Dogs Trust, and our local Dogs Trust there was one, and his name, there was a litter, and they don't call them real names. They call this litter of, I think it was 4 Border Collie pups, and they were given chocolate bar names, and one of them's name was Toblerone. Now that was my grandfather's favourite chocolate. Every single birthday and every Christmas, we'd buy him Toblerone. He loved Toblerone, okay? So we took that as a sign. We didn't actually get that dog. We had a dog, his name, Max. Originally his name was Kit Kat. And they don't give a dog to anyone. They come out to your house, to visit your house, and you got to fill a form in and tell them your situation. They said, we think Kit Kat would be better suited for you because of you're an older lady, blah blah blah. So that's how we got Max. I remember my mum phoning me. I was on my way back from work, and she phoned me. I was just about to get on the train. I said, good news and bad, or not necessarily bad news. She said, the good news is we've got Kit Kat. Great, but it's a bitch, a female dog. I said, well, that's okay, isn't it? My mum goes, I would rather have had a male dog than a female dog. But yeah, we still love it. Great. Then she phoned back about half hour later. I was just literally about to get home. She said, no, they made a mistake. It's a boy all along. So that's how we had Max, you know. And then spoiler for my age, for my 40th birthday, my mother wanted to get me a dog. So I was either going to get a husky. I've always wanted a husky. But one thing my mother said was, better the devil you know. You know a lot about Border Collies, because I've had 2 now, including my mother's dog. My mother had Border Collies when she was growing up as well. And might not look like it. I like to go jogging. Like, we jogged 11 kilometres this morning. And a husky, I know they run in the snow, but a smaller, lighter dog would have been better suited for me. I don't regret it at all. The only thing is, when I had Rossi, it was the same day we went to pick him up. It's when I lost my memory. I was in hospital. I had to go and see about going into a ward. I went missing. There was those posters. Have you seen my brother? Have you seen my brother? He was gone missing, and there was like hundreds of people sharing it, and I didn't know what happened. So I basically had a nervous breakdown the day I had Rossi. So I can't really remember my first time holding him, and I remember smelling him. He smelled like dog pee, because he probably peed himself. But then the next day, my health got better and better and better, okay? So that was a long way to explain how those dogs, they're angels, aren't they, come into our lives. But are Max and Ross related? No, they're not. But I appreciate that question. Right, another one from Damon Locke. Fave Killer Instinct character and highest ultra. Now, my favourite, I got 2, okay? Now, I haven't played the newest Killer Instinct. God, that's 10 years old. But when I get an Xbox One, which I'm working on getting another one, this will be the 3rd or 4th one I would have owned, but this one's going to be for keeps. I know what I'm getting into now, but before I was paying £200 plus for a console I'd only play like 4 or 5 games on, so get it gone. That's pretty much what I did. But my favourite Killer Instinct character, one of them is Fulgo. Now, it's a special moment in gaming. When I first saw Fulgo in the arcades, everyone was, I think it was one of the, what was it? It wasn't Street Fighter. Virtua Fighter 2 or Virtua Fighter 3 was in the arcade. And this was like in the corner, but the volume was so loud on it. I went to explore and I saw Fulgo first. He was on the side of the arcade cabinet. And to me, he's got to be inspired by the Predator. I thought he was actually the Predator. But then he had like lightsaber blades. That's what I thought. And still, it's one of the coolest things I've ever seen, even to this day, you know. But then when I bought it on the N60, I had it on the Super Nintendo. No, I borrowed it on the Super Nintendo for about 6 months. I wasn't in a hurry to give that game back. And it was the first ever game I had on the Nintendo 64. That's probably my favourite N64 game. I would also discovered Spinal was one of my favourite characters. So as far as Ultras and stuff like, I can't remember. It's been too long since I played these games, but I do watch a lot of Killer Instinct gameplay, and I watched the world record for Orchard 300 hit Ultra combo. It's just insane. It just keeps going and going. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, up to 300, and it's all, shit goes down, like, do you know what I mean? It's epic, do you know what I mean? But I would love to have an arcade cabinet of Killer Instinct in my collection. Oh my god, it's one of my favourite fighting games to watch. Maybe Tekken 7, then that probably, then Street Fighter. You know, so to answer your question, my favourite characters is Fulgo and Spinal. What's your favourite? Let me know. I'm keeping an eye on the time. I'm probably not going to get this whole video filmed, okay? Damon Locke, have you ever been to Japan? No, I haven't been to Japan. I would love to go. Like, I'm sure most people haven't been, would love to go. But one of the things I said, when I had Rossi, my dog, just over 2 years ago, I didn't have him. Like, to be fair, my mother likes to travel. There was a time where she used to go abroad 4 or 5 times a year. She doesn't want to go as much now because she's got a dog. She does go. She's got a couple of friends. When she had a boyfriend, she used to go a lot. And because she knows Max, her dog, stays with me, and he's good as gold. You know, he's a very good dog. He's got his health issues at the moment, which next Wednesday we go into Bristol. It's going to cost us between £3,000 and £4,000 for this thing he needs, but we don't care. Like I said before, I'd sell all this. Anything for the dogs, just take it. If it's going to help the dogs, take it, you know. As much as I love my games room. But I don't want to leave Rossi. Yes, for my birthday I went to London Film and Comic Con. It was on my birthday weekend. I was only gone for 2 nights. So, and I know, like, my mum knows Max is safe coming here. I know Rossi, he loves it. She's called Mamgie. So when you say Mamgie, he gets excited. He might come up here now. Just for me saying he loves his Mamgie, you know. But no, I haven't been to Japan. I don't really plan on going because people say if you're going to go to Japan, there's so much to see. It's not a weekend. You don't want to go on a flight for God knows how many hours for a weekend. I would leave Rossi for a weekend. I can't see me leaving him for a week, 2 weeks. Like, Japan's a trip of a lifetime. Some people go for 3 weeks plus, don't they? So probably not in Rossi's lifetime. I probably wouldn't want to go. I would love to go. I'd love to go to Las Vegas to take part in Evo. I'd like to go to Evo Japan. Do you know what I mean? But I probably would when I go. I will go, but I'll be a very old man then. When I go, I'll go. I will enter Evo. Hopefully, still going when I'm probably in my fucking mid to late 50s. But no, I haven't been to Japan. Have you? Is it nice? It looks amazing. Is it as amazing as it looks? Another question now from Pazaman90. What's your favourite picture, poster, artwork what's your favourite picture, poster, artwork you own? Right, what a great time. I'm going to cut it off now. Okay, I'm going to go get ready for my interview, but I will film probably tomorrow. I'll film tomorrow my favourite because it's all up on the wall, you know. I've got some pictures I need to add, but yeah, I love my artwork, so you're in for a treat. Alright, so yeah, my favourite artwork is this. Okay, so my favourite piece of artwork as of right now, sorry about the glare, the sun is in a right awkward position. It'd have to be my latest addition to my artwork collection. It's my Street Fighter 4 poster. It's really cool that it only cost me £4 with, I wasn't even aware I was buying this. Total surprise. It's either that, so that is my favourite, Then I've also got, again, excuse the mess, I've been having a real big thing around my house, tidy up around here, reorganising myself. It would probably be my Shin Godzilla poster. I absolutely love that, do you know what I mean? I bought it framed like that, you know, where I obviously had to frame that one. Then I've got some other cool ones, Ed 209, and one more then. We're just going to skim briefly over my other pictures. This deserves a shout out. This is my Primal Rage artwork. It's actually a comic. I've read the comic multiple times, and I just love the artwork though. So I thought, preserve the comic, put it in a frame, and enjoy it when it's up on the wall. If I ever want to read it again, it's nice and preserved safely in the picture frame. There we go. Hope that answers your question. Back to the video. There we go. This is going to be the end of the video now. So thanks to Pazaban90, Damon Locke, I think, and Pazaban90 again. So they're the only questions I've going to be answering in episode 2. But stay tuned, because we've got many more questions going to be answered in episode 3. Okay? Please do hit that subscribe button for me. Make an old man very happy. Yeah, I'll let you know, did I get the job or not? Ooh, exciting. Yeah, thanks for watching. Love you. Bye. Are you ready for Ask Tony Volume 2? No, Episode 2. Damn it. Messed that up, didn't I? Hey, YouTube. Hi. I don't know what to say. Hi, how are you? How's Pam and the kids? Hope they're doing well. Hey, YouTube. Thanks for stopping on by. I ain't going to stop that because I was shit.